Welcome back to Mr. Bet on You. I got a story for you guys. I am on my way back to St. Louis from Eureka. But that's not why you're here. Okay. I was delivering a TV today from the Roadie app. Okay, Roadie's the app I use sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. And they have like deals with, Walmart or whatever. So I'm delivering a 75-inch TV. Okay? It's paying like 21 bucks. Fit down here laying down, no problem. No problem at all. I deliver it. Somebody's home. Guy comes out. He's like, I asked him, you want to help me get one side of it? He's like, he comes in. A woman comes to the door. She goes, you did all that by yourself? I was like, yes, ma'am. She goes, you look familiar. I said, oh yeah, maybe I brought you some food before. She didn't look familiar to me at all. This is where it gets interesting. If you're new here, I'm Mr. Bet on You. My name is Pedro. Welcome back. I have a video that I've made a lot of videos, but I have one in particular that I made 8.5 months ago. I've talked about it before. And a lot of customers are mad at my behavior, how I shamed a customer because they didn't tip and I canceled an order. A lot of people are, I'm going to get you fired from DoorDash, not knowing I don't do DoorDash anymore, not knowing what I was trying to convey in that video. But anyways, this woman, and I'm going to say her name in a minute because this isn't going to be a video that you think, I don't think. She saw that video. And like some people, when you see a video, you might click on other videos and see, what's this guy look like? And all I see is his thumb, and I don't know what he looked because I didn't show my face in that video. I was showing my phone. So I would say 97% of the people that watch this channel are gig drivers, current or former. And then a few percentages might be actual customers that see a video or whatever. And if you're a consumer and you order DoorDash, if you have the app, on your Google feed, DoorDash videos and other videos might show up on your feed based on what Google thinks you might be interested in. Anyway, so some customers do find my channel. She's one of them. I drop off her TV and she's like, oh, you're the DoorDash guy. You're the DoorDash guy. Her eyes got big like owls. I was like, oh, well, I kind of used to be. I don't do DoorDash anymore. But she goes, I saw you on YouTube. You're that DoorDash guy. And then she's not being mean or anything. She's not being like, disrespectful. She's just remembering where she saw me. And this is what she says to me that was like sparked our conversation. And we talked for about 5 minutes, which is kind of a long time to talk to somebody that you really don't know. Like, not like we're catching up. I don't like some of those videos. You talking about and shaming people that don't tip or that are poor or broke. Mind you, I don't know this woman's financial situation, but she didn't appear like she's a millionaire based on where she lives and all. Now she did have big screen TV, but that doesn't mean anything either. Some of the brokest people in the world have big screen TVs. Anyway, so then we start talking about tipping. Because she's like talking, I don't like how you do that. Why don't you do this? And do the apps not pay you enough? And she's not being rude at all. I'm going to say her name because I told her, I got a video for you tonight. Her name is Michelle. Michelle, shout out to you. I appreciate our conversation. Let the people know that you're real in the comment section. Say hi. We had a great conversation about tipping. She goes, do the apps not pay you? Don't they pay you? Like, why do you need a tip? Like, why should we have to tip before the service? I don't know if it's going to be late, if you're going to do a good job. Like, why do the apps make us? She said make us. And I said, well, they don't make you. You can take a tip away. There's some of those videos that you've seen of mine. Those people don't tip, and that's the whole point. And I told her, like, I just don't understand. I was like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, why do people that only have $5 in their bank account, why would they order McDonald's? And she's like, well, maybe that's all they got and they don't have a car and they're going to get paid the next day. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But why though? Like, why not tip? Like, and then we start talking, and she's explaining, like, well, we pay a lot in fees. All the things that I've known and that we've known and we've talked about on this channel, and I've debated people, and I get it. I'm empathetic to it all. But it was nice to have a conversation with somebody that disagrees with me, and it was overall, we're just asking each other questions, and I'm trying to have like an understanding. Not that I need it, and she's trying to understand my point, not that she needs it either. And it was kind of nice. And she's like, well, what about this order? Like, I didn't leave a tip. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know, on this particular app, as a gig worker, we kind of, the company pays us more, and it's kind of worth it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It's a little different. She's like, yeah, well, I just use my Walmart app, and, I'm a Walmart Plus or whatever. And then I guess, I do deliveries all the time. She goes, I get my groceries delivered, I get DoorDash, I use Uber Eats, I use Instacart sometimes for certain merchants that aren't on the Walmart. Like, she uses them all the time. Mind you, she had a car in the driveway, but I didn't ask whose it was. It's not my business. But she uses the services, and she says most of the time she doesn't tip. Michelle, this is what you said. And she says sometimes I do. I give them cash if I have it, or if I feel like I have a little extra money, I might give them a couple bucks. And she said, I asked her, what kind of experiences do you have? She goes, I don't know. Mostly it's okay, but sometimes it's really bad. I'm like, yeah, And she goes, there's no rhyme or reason. If I leave a tip, it's a good experience or a bad experience. If I don't leave a tip, I have sometimes the best experience, because all I care about is getting my stuff. Like, I don't know who's, it's not my, she goes, it's not important to me. Like, you guys work for those companies. And she's just like having a conversation, because she was really pressed. Michelle was upset about that video that I shamed that lady or that person that ordered the cheeseburger. Like, she saw that as a consumer. Most of the comments in there, you can tell, are not gig drivers that left the comment. And most of the views, almost 400,000 views, are from regular just folk out there that have never worked a day at DoorDash or Uber or Spark in their life. And that's okay. I think most customers are mad and upset, and they look at that video like, this is why I don't tip. And I get it. I'm not going to change those people's minds. I don't think I changed Michelle's mind today, but it was nice just to have like a conversation, put a face to the person that's ordering that does not understand our side of it. And I think it was nice for her to actually meet somebody that might have an opinion as to why I can't. I told Michelle, listen, I can't. I get y'all want your cheeseburgers and your TVs, but like, I'm not going to bring this to you if Rhodey's only going to pay me $10. I did it because it kind of made sense, and you didn't live too far, and they paid me $21. But like, if I'm delivering you cheeseburgers, I told Michelle, tell them, I said, Michelle, I can't deliver you your cheeseburgers for $2 or $3. I can't bring you your Steak and Shake if it's a 20-mile trip, because there's only one Steak and Shake open at midnight when you order. It's on Hampton, and you live. I can't bring you that, because if you don't leave a tip, the company 9 times out of 10 isn't going to pay us enough as drivers. And she goes, yeah, I get it, that sucks, but you got to be mad at them. I said, yeah, I hear you, but at the end of the day, we're both poor people, whatever you want to say poor is, and we're fighting each other because you want something, you're entitled to your cheeseburger, and you want it, you got a craving, but I'm entitled to gas money. And she kind of laughed, and it was just kind of nice. I want to, and I know a lot of people that saw that video and watched some of my other videos, if you're a customer, you probably don't like me. You think I'm a brat, you think I'm crying, you think I'm entitled. You are entitled to that opinion. The same way I feel like if you don't tip, not all, but most people that don't do it and they have the knowledge of what this gig app really is, you're kind of like not kind and kind of scummy. Michelle's not that. She was able to have a conversation with me, and it was actually kind of cool. And I appreciated that she called me out and said, why don't you, asked me some questions and did it in a way that wasn't like rude. And I was like, able to have a conversation. Anyways, I just, the tipping debate's never going to end. And I'll say this in closing. Do I think tipping is overall an American kind of scam and a way for companies to pay people less? Yes. Do I also think that people that don't tip sometimes are bad and just not kind? Yes. Two things can exist at the same time. But also, I know that we have to, as drivers, make good order selection. And most of what we do when an order is good and worth our time, Most of the time, there's gonna be a tip attached because that's how the apps work. And sometimes the company will come out of pocket and pay us, and there's no tip, and it's still worth our time, but that's not common. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. It's been an interesting day today. I just got done seeing the doctor about my legs, and I'm signing up for this therapy stuff that's going to be happening that is going to reverse my nerve damage in my legs and help my circulation. And there's a lot of money I have to do in the next 9 months, but I caught it early. I'm just throwing this in there for y'all that rock with me and been asking me about it. So trying to really be proactive about that. But Michelle, hello. Thank you for the conversation today. I appreciate you. I appreciate you as a customer that uses the apps. Okay? Consider now that you put a face to your driver and this is the first conversation you had with a delivery person you said that was like this. Hey, consider tipping. We're out here bringing you stuff, Michelle, or whoever you are if you're a consumer. We're bringing you goods and services all day long. And now you guys know these companies are shady and they will pay us pennies if they could. So just take that into consideration as we're doing things for you guys. We appreciate you customers. We do. We can't eat and live and survive without y'all. But y'all can't eat and live without us either. So let's help each other out. Maybe more conversations like this in a positive way, of an understanding way, are in our future. Who knows? I'll see y'all in the next video. Leave comments in the comment section. Say hi to Michelle.